this much I am on giving up on the season. Guys, we have another Love Island season 3 episode 17 review, so let's get right into this. Again, another boring episode going straight to the USA. Woohoo! Basically, the episode started off with Will and Kira's conversation. They didn't stick to give us that content immediately. I like Will's honesty. He didn't hold back. He gave details. He went in depth with how everything was for the girl and him. The only thing I disagreed with, my bad, sorry, is him putting all the blame on Flo. Like, if he never thought of leaving. Like, bro, you did. You contemplated for a second if it is you wanted to leave. If it is you didn't even think about it while it was a topic of conversation and the guy is giving you advice and all kind of thing, like, you actually considered it. So relax. Stop trying to downplay the situation. Then we have Josh and Shannon having a conversation. Guys, here we dare say it. They might win the whole thing, you know. They might win the whole thing because everybody else, even Cash, waste of time. So Shannon basically, like, she wanted an argument with Josh because you vexed with him because he shared a bed with somebody. Yes, we know he could have slept with somebody else, but the way how she gets on for that situation, I'm like, you looking for argument. You just looking for argument. Then we have Trina and Cinco. Boy, oh boy. I was very happy that Trina came at him. She was like, what you want? Like, what you really want? Like, just say it, you know? Like, how much, like, stop playing games. And what irritates me is how he was answering her wrong than wrong. I don't like them kind of guys, you know. Be straightforward and let me know what's going on. And for me, it's like, Cinco, you was inside this villa for so long, and you telling me you still don't know what you want? Like, you had all this time alone, away from the girls, to process your thoughts. Like, you didn't really talk to the New Islanders much. Yes, you talked to Leslie. Yes, you had something. But, like, you had all this time to think, and you still come in the villa and don't know what you... Like, really? I was just like, Trina, how many different ways this man could say that he don't want your girl? Because he going wrong and wrong. He's saying he wants her to be happy. He's never really straightforward. And that's the same exact thing he did when Cash was in the situation. I find that's an annoying tactic. Because basically, he not really being straightforward until he talks to the other person. So that doesn't jeopardize his position. If that makes sense. Because he did that with Cash, right? He didn't tell Cash that he picked Trina. But you went and tell Trina first to make sure that she down. And then went and break it to Cash. Same thing in reverse. You tell Trina that you just wanted to be happy. But then you're going to have the conversation with Cash, and then in the end of the coming on to the middle or whatever part of the episode, then you come and tell Trina that you're no longer interested, or it's always been Cash and blah blah blah. Talking about Cash, Sis chose Charlie. Sis, I confused because Sis keep talking about she manifests this guy, and he's here. What more you need? Because you're going back to Cinco. I don't understand. Cash, we selected you to be the winner of the season, but nah, boy, you fumbling the bag. This man came in. Yes, you can put aside the fact that maybe Charlie trying to use Cash to win the money or whatever. But point is, me trying to see Cinco I'm fed up. I've about had it with this love triangle. Like, really? She talking, like, what irked me the most is, you pick Charlie. What, in hopes that Cinco would fight for you? So you pick Charlie for drama, you pick Charlie to come in here to play games with him? Girl, if you don't, I really don't know what her head is. And it's it bothering me. What it is that Cinco have on these girls? Olivia. At this point, pack your bag. Pack your bag. Because I'm fed up. These people literally got a second chance to be in this villa. And this is the tata all they're doing? You telling me Giovanni couldn't have been in this villa and actually get a connection? I'd quicker take Amy and Wes. I'd rather see them on my screen. And all they're here giving Olivia a second chance who ain't going to get anybody. Like, Sis should have left the villa. They left the villa and message Slade. See if that could go somewhere, because nobody in here. It's nobody. She tried. She come back single. And now Sis want to bring Korey in the mix. are confused because unless I was sleeping through some episodes or something, I clearly missed some kind of connection that happened between her and Korey. And then he coming and talking about he actually missed her when she was with the villa. Excuse? How? How, Sway? When that happened? You've been in the villa with Korey since day one. Since day one. And now all of a sudden you have something for him. I mean, granted, it kind of makes sense because I feel like with Korey, the reason why he hasn't really gotten a connection, because I feel like Korey's a person that wants to be friends first, build a kind of foundation, have a friendship, and then kind of probably build into love. So, okay, I could see to some extent, maybe. But we clearly didn't get any of that content, so we in the dark. So this newfound connection that they so-called have is news to us. And it's very uncomfortable. She pulled him aside, they kiss. I'm like, next. Not Cash crying again for Cinco. That was when she had the conversation about wanting him to fight for her. And I'm like, girl, you have Charlie. It's not making any sense. You're talking about your manifest this boy. Why we still on the Cinco situation? Oh my god. And literally the episodes are getting so repetitive now where you know exactly, you could predict an episode. Episodes are repetitive. What is this season? I genuinely think season 2 was that season for Love Island USA. Because they did that last season. This season, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And at this point, if I was Charlie, I would have been irritated, keep hearing Cinco name. He said, I'm watching her like, really? You really coming to talk this with me like over and over? I fed up hearing the man name. I fed up. The man sit on there like Cash, really? Poor Charlie. He get pulled into a soap opera as he rightfully say. And at this point, that whole situation between Trina and Cash seems like they're begging Cinco to be with Olivia. Olivia had no kind of dignity or something. At this point, it coming off like they're begging to be with Cinco. Because even though Cinco do Trina dirty, she went back with him twice. Cash, he dump you with the quickness once Trina show him interest. And yet all is still coming after this man. Really? Guys, breaking news. Trina crying, there was actual tears. The first time she was crying, I'm like, sis, don't you all drink water every day? Like all day, that's all it is, drink water, stupid water bottle. And up to now, you can't let out actual water. Well, she finally lied down there, and I don't know how long it take the tears to come out, on how long she was lying down there. Obviously, we get the edited version, but we get a little two tears. I was like, okay, she actually like showing some tears. Wow, give it up. Guys, I'm over it. I'm absolutely over it. The big beef with Shannon and Genevieve, they gave us nothing from that conversation. They were just talking. We got nothing from that conversation. That explained nothing to us. So as far as we're concerned, what was the drama? What went on with both of them? Like, we got nothing from that conversation. And then all of a sudden, that conversation was like 2 minutes, but not even 2 minutes, like 30 seconds long. And then all of a sudden, bestie vibe. Bestie vibe. Watching the promo for tomorrow's episode, you can see that they had a little tiff or whatever, so we will see where that goes. This season, not giving anything. It really not giving anything. And to be so deep in the season, I feel like we haven't made any progress. I feel like the season just rushed, unless we just been getting the same content constantly of that love triangle and nothing else. Nah, this ain't it. I disclose, guys. I disclose. I'm hoping, but I disclose. Anyways, that's it for the episode. Anyways, leave a comment down below what you thought about this episode. If you agree with my frustration, if you feel the same way, let me know what your thoughts on this season because woo, I disclose. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode. Bye.